Доброе утро! Добро пожаловать на мой канал. Hello! Как у вас дела сегодня? У меня замечательно. Итак, today we're going to learn how to say where do you live? How to answer to this question. Where do you live? Где вы живете? How to answer to this question. How to say in which country or which city you live. Где вы живете? For this, we will need a prepositional case to answer to this question. Где вы живете? Давайте напишем. Где. I recommend you to write everything down with me. It's very important. Где вы живете? Живете. Где вы живете? Where do you live? Where do you live? Где вы живете? Where do you live? To answer to this question, you will need a prepositional case. It's very simple, and I will teach you today how to do that. So, first city, let's take Moskva. Moskva. And let's say I live in Moscow. Я живу. This is the stress. Я живу в. We have a preposition. And Москва. And here a will be replaced with е to make this noun prepositional. В Москве. Москва, Москве. Here the noun Москва is in nominative case. To answer to the question, где вы живете, where do you live, we will use the prepositional case. We have a preposition here. This is why this is a prepositional case. And also it answers to the question где, where do you live? Где? And the answer to this question will be always in prepositional case. Где? Also, you can see that the ending of this question is е. So the ending here will be е as well, but not in all the cases, but mostly you will see е here. Я живу в Москве. I live in Moscow. Don't forget to practice with me out loud and try to copy my pronunciation. Yes, Brazil, it will be here as well because I opened my YouTube and I opened my analytics and I checked which countries are watching me. So I used all these countries and cities in this lesson. Москва. Дальше. The next city is Петербург, Saint Petersburg, or just Petersburg. 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 Petersburg is a Saint Petersburg. Petersburg. How to say I live in Saint Petersburg or I live in Petersburg? Let's conjugate this verb also to learn the conjugation. So in this example, I will say you live in Petersburg. Ты живешь is the conjugation of the verb to live. Живешь, yo is always stressed. Ты живешь, again, in, в means in, в. And let's take Petersburg. Petersburg. We have a preposition v, so it will be followed by a noun in prepositional case, also because it answers to the question где, where. And где is a question for prepositional case. Petersburg, it ends in a consonant, g is a consonant, so we have to add е to make it prepositional. В Петербурге. Где вы живете? Where do you live? В Петербурге. Or here we conjugated it with the personal pronouns you. Ты живешь в Петербурге. It can be a question or just a statement. Ты живешь в Петербурге. You live in Petersburg. Or ты живешь в Петербурге. Do you live in St. Petersburg? Ты живешь в Петербурге. Yeah, so memorize the ending of the question is yeah. So in most cases we will use yeah as the ending for prepositional case. Где? Where? В Москве. In Moscow. В Петербурге. In Petersburg. Очень хорошо. Молодцы. Дальше. Next country, we'll have a country, is Россия. 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 The ending is iya. Something else will happen with this ending. We will not use the ye ending here. Let's see it. Let's look at the example. He lives in Russia. Он живет. Живет. Yo is always stressed. И is always after же. Живет. Although we hear же does not support letter after it. So we have to write и. Живет. So он живет in Russia. В Россия is in nominative. We have to change it to the prepositional case. And this will be the ending. И я will be replaced to и in prepositional case. Он живет в России. He lives in Russia. Дальше we have a country again, and it is England. England in Russian is Anglia. Anglia. A is stressed. Pay attention to the stress in Russian language. It is very important. Anglia, not Anglia. Do not stress E. No, here A is stressed. Anglia. Скажите, say Anglia. Молодцы. Anglia. She lives in England. Let's continue conjugating this verb to live. She lives, она живет. It will be the same as with he. Живет. Она живет. She lives in England. В. And here the situation will be the same as with Россия. The ending is iya. We have to replace it with ii to make this noun prepositional case. В Англии. Англии. В Англии. Она живет в Англии. She lives in England. Она живет в Англии. Next we have a city, and it is London. London in Russian is London. 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 Again, here pay attention to the stress. O is stressed. The first O is stressed, not the last one. This is a very common mistake. Do not say London. It's London. London. Скажите, say London. Очень хорошо, молодцы. Now let's continue conjugating the verb to live. And let's say in Russian, we live in London. Мы живем в. Let's write this word, London first. London. How do we know that we have to change this noun to accusative case? All the nouns are changed to a case. Depends on the context. So we have a preposition v here. So we already can think that it may be a prepositional case. And also it answers to the question где, where. And all the nouns that answer to this question will be changed to prepositional case. So we have a consonant here. When we have a consonant, in prepositional case, we have to add «е». В Лондоне. В Лондоне. Мы живем в Лондоне. We live in London. So you can't leave it like that. Мы живем в Лондон. It will be grammatically incorrect. You have to change all the nouns to a case. В Лондоне. Add «е» to make it prepositional. Мы живем в Лондоне. We live in London. Next is a country. India. I know that I have a lot of students from there. My YouTube analytics say so. India. 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 Again, the ending is «ия», like in Anglia and Россия. And let's continue conjugating the verb to live. Мы живем, and the next is вы живете. You, formal or plural. Вы живете. You live. Живете. Вы is you, plural or formal. Вы живете в Индия. «Ия» will be replaced with «ии». Правильно, молодец. В Индии. 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 Вы живете в Индии. You live in India. Or it can be a question. Вы живете в Индии? Do you live in India? So «ия» will be replaced with «ии». As well, I can say «я живу в Индии». I live in India. Ты живешь в Индии? Do you live in India? Он живет в Индии, and so on. He lives in India, and so on. Вы живете в Индии? Do you live in India? Here, do you can be plural or formal if you ask a person you just met. You will not address to this person in an informal way. You will always use you, вы in a formal form. Дальше. Let's continue with another country. And I have a lot of students in this country. It is America. When I say America in Russian, I don't mean a continent, America. I mean a USA. America. America. I mean, yes, USA. America. So in Russian, we call America USA. America. And how to say in Russian? So the ending is a in nominative. America. How to say in Russian? They live in America. Они живут в, they live in, они живут в, nominative is America, and a will be always replaced to «е». Америке. Америке. Они живут в Америке. They live in America. Они живут в Америке. And here America means USA. USA. Америке. Они живут в Америке. Очень хорошо. Пойдем дальше. Next city is Berlin. In Russian it's the same. Berlin. 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 How to say in Russian? I live in Berlin. Я живу в, я живу в, I live в Berlin. 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 The ending is a consonant, so just add «е» to make it prepositional. В Берлине. Я живу в Берлине. I live in Berlin. Я живу в Берлине. Next city is Paris. In Russian it is Париж. Париж. Paris is Paris in France. Paris. Paris. How to say you live in Paris, or a question, do you live in Paris? Ты живешь, ты, you, live, живешь, живешь, ты живешь в, in, Париж, 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 and because the ending is a consonant, just add ye to make it prepositional, because we have a preposition в, and the answers to the question where, где, where you live, where do you live? В Париже. Okay, дальше. Ты живешь в Париже, it can be a question or a statement. Do you live in Paris? Ты живешь в Париже. Or you live in Paris. Ты живешь в Париже. Дальше. Next we have another city, and it is New York. New York. New York. This is how we write it in Russian language. New York. New York. Okay. How to say he lives in New York? Он, first let's conjugate the verb to live. Он живет, живет. Он живет, he lives, в, in, New York. New York. Okay, now again the same situation here. The ending is a consonant, like here and like here. And we have just to add ye to make this noun prepositional case, to change this noun to prepositional case. Just here add ye. Он живет в Нью-Йорке. Он живет в Нью-Йорке. Отлично, молодцы, правильно. Он живет в Нью-Йорке. He lives in New York. This is the ending for prepositional case. Дальше. Next we have a country. It is Франция. 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 My sister lives in France. Франция. Франция. Моя сестра живет во Франции, в Париже. My sister lives in France, in Paris. Во Франции. Let's see an examples. She lives in France. Она живет, lives, живет в, and here, Франция, here, «ия» endings, we will replace it with «ии». And here we have an issue, a pronunciation issue. It's very hard to say в Франции, в Франции. This is why in Russian language you have to add «о» to make it easier to pronounce во Франции, во Франции. So don't forget that Francia goes with «о». Во Франции, in France. Во Франции. So «ия» in nominative, this is a word in nominative case. Nominative case is a word that you will find in a dictionary. Во Франции, and «ии» ending is a prepositional case ending. Во Франции, in France. Во is a preposition. After a preposition, we have a noun in prepositional case. Not in all the cases, but when it answers to the question где, where, it is for sure a prepositional case. Во Франции, in France. Dальше, next next country is Turkey. Again, I have, according to YouTube analytics, I have a lot of students in Turkey. Турция. Турция. Turция. Turция. We live in Turkey. Мы живем в in, and Турция, the ending is iya, like here, like Франция, and we will replace it to ii to make it prepositional. В Турции. В Турции. Ия will be replaced with ii. В Турции. Мы живем в Турции. Дальше we have a city and it is Stambul. In Russian we say Stambul. In English it's Istanbul, or in Turkish it's Istanbul as well, right? In Russian we say Stambul. How to say you live in Istanbul? Or a question, do you live in Istanbul? Вы, it's you, formal or plural. Вы живете in, в Стамбул. When the ending is L in nominative, just add the ye to make it prepositional. В Стамбуле. Вы живете в Стамбуле? It can be a question or a statement. Do you live in Istanbul? Or statement, you live in Istanbul. Вы живете в Стамбуле. Хорошо. Вы живете в Стамбуле. Дальше. And the next country is Brazil. This is a nominative case here. Brasilia. How to say in Russian? They live in Brasilia. Они живут. They live в. Brasilia is nominative. We have the same situation as with Turkey here. Iya will be replaced with ii to make it prepositional. В Бразилии. В Бразилии. Iya will be replaced with ii. Бразилии. Они живут в Бразилии. They live in Brazil. Они живут в Бразилии. Next country is Canada. Canada. And we will write in Russian. I live in Canada. Я живу в, I live in, and Canada ends in a. So a will be replaced with ye to make the noun prepositional case, to change the noun to prepositional case. В Канаде. Now let's see what's happening with neuter nouns. For example, Toronto, we say in Russian. We pronounce this O and this O as A. Toronto. And for example, you live in Toronto. Ты живешь в Торонто. Nothing will be changed here because neuter cities that we didn't change in Russian language, they remained the same, will not be changed at all to any case. So Toronto will remain Toronto because it's a foreign name and it's neuter, Toronto. So nothing will be changed. The same will happen with Tokyo. 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 It is a neuter noun as well, and it is a foreign name of a city, so nothing will change in a prepositional case or in any case. Я живу в Токио, ты живешь в Токио, it will remain Tokyo. That's all for this lesson. Все. See you in a few moments for our next class. Целую вас. Чмоки-чмоки.